Good morning. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update, and what a wild morning we're having. It is Wednesday. It is the 9th of April, 2025, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. And if you've been up like I have, I've been up since 1:30 watching these markets. That's a.m., so it's a long day. You were down to 48.73. You're now down only 20 on the day. You have rallied back 700 points almost in the Dow off the lows. You were positive 3 minutes ago in the NASDAQ. We'll see if it does that again, but it is off its lows 500 points. And you are in the Russell, still off its lows by about 40 points, 42 points. This is wild action, folks. I'll explain why. The gold up, the silver up, the copper up, which is interesting. You would think with all that's going on, copper would keep getting hit. It's not. And if it stays firmer today with a positive close, starting to tell a story. I'll give you my opinions on all that. You're getting a rally. I know it sounds crazy because you see me pointing, you're down $2.84 in Brent, but that's a rally off the low of $1.60. You're about $1.70 off the lows in the crude, but still down $2.71. It means you were down $4.50. So you're watching a complete cratering. In the bond market, you're not looking at a misprint here. You went up to 5% interest rates in the bonds. You're getting something of a bounce off of that as time is going on. So concerning the bonds and notes, maybe we should go there for a moment. Scott Bensett, our Treasury Secretary, came out, probably 7:30 or so this morning and said, folks, this is just a deleveraging of risk. That's all it is. It's not systematic. Okay, I don't know if he's right or wrong. When we take a look at the grain markets, normalcy returning. You heard me, normalcy. You're getting a good rally in the meal, a big break in the oil, so they're playing with the oil meal spread. I don't see anything unusual there. So let's go to the day's news to get a handle on the market. First off, U.S. reciprocal tariffs hit at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time. Any ship that had left port, an airplane that was in the air already, they are not tariffed under this deal. It's from that point on, planes that hadn't taken off, ships, trucks crossing, whatever it is, those are the ones that are going to get the reciprocal tariffs. The 10% tariffs have been in place. China hits back by adding 50%. It matched the U.S. Remember, they went 34% the other day. Now they're going 50% to U.S. goods. And it added more companies to the do not export list. Okay. The EU decided to put on $21 billion of tariffs on U.S. goods in retaliation against the metal tariffs they were hit with. So they're being very deliberate, saying, don't hit us with an increase on reciprocal. That's not what we're doing. We're doing it on the metal. I don't know how the Trump administration will look at that. That's threading the needle. I'm not sure there. The break in interest rates before all this week took place has caused a dramatic move. The market index in mortgages up 20% more activity. The purchase went up 9.2. And look at the refi. People went through that window. 35% increase. At 9 this morning, we'll get the wholesale and sales data, inventories and sale. We'll get the petroleum stock numbers at 9:30. It'll be interesting to see any Fed speakers. One of them that's speaking today is Barkin from the Richmond Fed. He speaks at 10. And we're going to get the minutes of the FOMC meeting, but with all this going on, I'm not convinced it's going to tell us too much. So where does this put you in the marketplace? All right. When I look at the market, I now think that we're at another juncture in the market. What do I mean by that? The tariff play is over. Yeah, there might be some retaliation moves that the U.S. makes, but the play is over. The next step is now the two-step dance, the victory dances that President Trump makes. The quicker, the better, as he starts pulling in old allies and taking off or taking down, I don't know which one of the two, the reciprocal tariffs. I, again, don't think the 10% will come off right away, nowhere near it, but I do think the reciprocal's fully in play. So the market has to digest that. The inflation scenario for all this is bullish in the gold. It fought at the 3,000 level. That's what I thought it would do. Now the question is on this rally. This is a measurement rally now. Can it build off of this break that it's had and hold and not make a lower low than it just made over the past 3 days? If it can, that bodes well. I'm not convinced I know what's going on in the copper and the silver, but the fact that they're up bodes well because people are thinking like I am. Maybe this is the worst of the event that we've just had. The dollar index down hard as foreign currencies are rallying. The reason the pound is not going is word is that the Bank of England wants to go very big on a rate cut at the next meeting. So instead of getting the area where people are running to it, and this is the unwinding of the dollar euro, the pound is coming under some selling pressure, as is the Mexican peso. Other currencies are basically up against the market. I'll be writing about more of my thoughts on all this as we get going as the day's on. If you haven't ever seen my research and what I basically do, I think it's time that you take a look at it. I write 2 updates a day, Monday through Thursday, 1 Friday morning, 1 Sunday night. I write in a bullet form so that I make my points. I want you to be able to read this in under 3 minutes. That's my goal. Make points each time during the day and lead you to different ideas. Will I make written recommendations? Of course. Specific entry and exit spots, profit objectives, stop orders, of course. I then bring you in the morning into the charts with me, and we review all these markets, plus spiders and ETFs, if you take that part of the service with it. So you put this all together. It's a pretty complete package. And if you like my ideas here, I think you're really going to like what I do there. And again, it's all done to save you time, to make a point, give you the trade ideas, the reasons behind them, where to go with it. My special reports. Now that we got the tariffs out of the way, it's time for me to do another one of those, so look for me to do that. Go to iraepstein.com research. Everything's explained. You sign up right there. I'm Ira. You have yourself a great day, and I'll catch up with you at the end of the day. Don't go to the bathroom. It's too violent, as you'll see. You'll leave and you'll come back, and it's crazy. Take care.